Get it closer to the chair. Closer still. Just about an inch or so off. Now bounce up and down a little bit. Now move to the inside, to the other side, now this side. Now do that 30 times. That's, if your quads are burning, then that's where you should be sore at the end of the day. Right? If that's where you want to be. That's why you're on the balls of your feet. Because you can move from one side to the other without upsetting the motorcycle. If you use the handlebars as a lever to pull yourself over, you're going to upset the chassis. It's going to make the bike unstable. That's why you're on your toes, because you want to use your quads to move from here to here. And if you're doing that correctly, you can do it without putting your hands on the handlebars. I can only do it a couple of times a whole, but and not in very good shape. So think about that. That's why we put our toes up on the pegs. So we don't have to pull on the handlebars to move around on the bike, and we can keep the bike quiet and stable underneath us. It really, really helps. It's hard to do. It's challenging. And it does burn your quads. But if by the end of the day your quads are sore, you done did good. Being aggressive into the corner ruins the exit. So, and on this track that really comes home because a lot of the corners lead into straightaways. So when if you're thinking about something like racing, time is made on the straightaways, right? You go fast on the straightaways, you make up time starting the straightaway sooner, or another way to say it is to make the straightaway longer. Right? If you're in the proper place in the corner to exit, the straightaway becomes longer. Why? Because you can start adding throttle, even if it's just a little bit, you can start adding throttle sooner if you're at the right exit point. If you're not at the right exit point, you have to wait before you can start adding throttle. So finding the exit point, going into the corner slower than you exit means that you can start, mind you, with throttle a little bit sooner, which effectively makes the straightaway longer because that's where we can really make up time. So racers use this to go faster. That's why they set themselves up for a corner and go in at the right speed so that they can then exit faster. The right speed is a little bit slower than they leave. Going in a little bit slower than they exit. You can't go fast. Because if you do, you're going off the track. But you can be fast. Right? Think about the difference between those two. It's not that you can't go in and say, I'm gonna go around this corner fast. We think about it, the corner as this one obstacle that we try to negotiate at a given speed, whatever it is. And we think about going fast, right? But it's all about that. We think about going fast in corners. But you can't go fast in a corner. But you can be fast. And that comes from skill set. Building your skill set to the point that you're entering at just the right speed. Not too fast, not too slow. Which allows you then to hit every mark all the way through and add throttle early in the corner. So try to switch your thinking from I want to go fast to I want to be fast. Right? And fast also just happens to be in control. Fast also happens to be leaving that extra cushion so that you can have something to go. Right? If you make a mistake. So it's not just fast, it's all kinds of things start to fall into place as you develop that skill set. Is that going to happen in your first 3 track days? I don't know how many track days I've done. I don't have it. I see it once in a while, feels good for a minute, and then it's gone again. It comes back maybe 1 or 2 laps, and it's gone again. So it's one of those skills or skill sets that isn't like, okay, I got that, I'm going to do it perfectly.